ഹായ്, എല്ലാവർക്കും JB എഡ്യൂകോമിലേക്ക് ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി സ്വാഗതം. ഇനി നമ്മൾ കാലിക്കറ്റ് യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയിലെ ഡിസ്റ്റൻസ് എഡ്യൂക്കേഷനായിട്ട് പഠിക്കുന്ന കുട്ടികൾക്ക് SDA സ്റ്റുഡൻസിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു വീഡിയോ ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിൽ ഇവർക്ക് OMR ആയിട്ട് ചോദിക്കാറുണ്ടല്ലോ, അതിൻ്റെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ബാങ്കാണ് ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിന്ന് ഇവിടെ പറയാനുള്ള കാരണം എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എക്സാമിന് ചോദിക്കുന്നത് 20 മാർക്കിൻ്റെ OMR ആയിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ ബിസിനസ് റെഗുലേഷൻ്റെ OMR ആണ് ഞാൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അപ്പം 203 ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസാണ് നമുക്കിതിന് മൊത്തം വരുന്നത്. ഈ 203 ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ നിന്നാണ് 20 ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ ചോദിക്കുക. അപ്പം നമുക്ക് സുഖമായിട്ട് 20 മാർക്ക് വാങ്ങിക്കാൻ കഴിയും. ബാക്കി നമ്മൾ 20 മാർക്കും കൂടി എഴുതി വാങ്ങിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആ ഒരു സബ്ജക്റ്റിന് നമ്മൾ പാസ്സാവും. അപ്പോൾ ഒരുപാട് പേർക്ക് ഇതൊരു ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുള്ളൊരു പാസ്സാവൽ ഭയങ്കര ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടായിട്ടുള്ളൊരു ടാസ്ക്കായിട്ട് കരുതുന്നവരുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് അത്ര വലിയൊരു ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുള്ള കാര്യമൊന്നുമല്ല. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ഈ ഒരു OMRന് ശ്രദ്ധ കൊടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, ഇത് നന്നായിട്ട് പഠിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ നമുക്ക് ബാക്കി എഴുതി വാങ്ങിക്കേണ്ടത് വളരെ കുറച്ച് മാർക്ക്, 20 മാർക്ക് വാങ്ങിച്ചാൽ മതി. അത് നമ്മൾ ഒരു ആവറേജ് പഠിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കുട്ടിക്ക് പോലും വാങ്ങിക്കാവുന്നതേ ഉള്ളൂ. അപ്പോൾ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ നമ്മൾ ഇതൊന്ന് ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്കിതിനകത്ത് 20ൽ 20 മാർക്കും വാങ്ങിക്കാവുന്നതാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ 203 ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസാണ് ബിസിനസ് റെഗുലേഷൻസിലുള്ളത്. അപ്പോൾ അതിൽ ആദ്യത്തെ 50 എണ്ണമാണ് ഈ ഒരു വീഡിയോയിൽ നോക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിലേക്ക് കിടക്കാം. ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ: ദ ഇന്ത്യൻ കോൺട്രാക്ട് ആക്ട് കം ഇൻ ടു ഫോഴ്സ് ഓപ്ഷൻ എ ഫ്രം 1st September 1972, ബിഫോർ 1st September 1882, ഫ്രം 1st September 1872, ആഫ്റ്റർ 1st September 1872 എന്നുള്ള. ഇതിൽ ആൻസർ ഓപ്ഷൻ സി ഫ്രം 1st September 1872. സെക്കൻഡ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ: കോൺട്രാക്ട് വിത്ത് മൈനർ ഈസ് ഇല്ലീഗൽ, വാലിഡ്, വോയിഡ്, വോയിഡബിൾ. ആൻസർ കോൺട്രാക്ട് വിത്ത് മൈനർ ഈസ് വോയിഡ്. തേർഡ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ: എഗ്രിമെൻറ്റ് കോസ്ഡ് ബൈ എ ബൈലാറ്ററൽ മിസ്റ്റേക്ക് ഓഫ് ഫാക്ട് ഈസ്. എഗ്രിമെൻറ്റ് കോസ്ഡ് ബൈ എ ബൈലാറ്ററൽ മിസ്റ്റേക്ക് ഓഫ് ഫാക്ട് ഈസ് void. Fourth question: which of these is a wagering contract? Which of this is a wagering contract? Answer lottery. Fifth question: consideration must move at the desire of. Consideration must move at the desire of the promiser. Answer the promiser. Sixth question: a contract entered between the parties by word is called. A contract entered into between the parties by word is called express contract. Answer express contract. Seventh question: when an offer can be accepted only by the person to whom it is made, it is called. Answer specific offer. When an offer can be accepted only by the person to whom it is made, it is called specific offer. എട്ടാമത്തെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ: എ പ്രോമിസ് ടു സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ടു എ ചാരിറ്റി ഈസ് എ promise to subscribe to a charity is a void agreement. Answer void agreement. ഒമ്പതാമത്തെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ: എ കോൺട്രാക്ട് ഫോർ ദ ബെനിഫിറ്റ് ഓഫ് എ മൈനർ entered into by his manager is. A contract for the benefit of a minor entered into by his manager. Answer option D valid. Two or more persons are said to consent when they agree upon. Two or more persons are said to consent when they are agree upon. Answer the same thing in a specific sense. The same thing in a specific sense. The term quid pro quo means. The term quid pro quo means something in return. Something in return. 12ാമത്തെ ചോദ്യം: which of the following is not an essential element of a valid contract? Which of the following is not an essential element of a valid contract? Answer, adequacy of consideration. Adequacy of consideration. Next question. If a contract provides for payment of a certain amount of breach of contract, such a payment is termed as. Answer, option C, liquidate damages ആണ്. If a contract provides for the payment of a certain amount of breach of a contract, such payment is termed as liquidate damage. 14th question. The effect of refusal to accept a property made offer of performance is that. Answer, option A, the promisor is not responsible for non-performance and can sue the promisee for the breach of contract. The effect of refusal to accept a property made offer of performance, that is, the promisor is not responsible for non-performance and can sue the promisee for the breach of contract. 15th question. Which of the following case is not covered by the concept of supervening impossibility? Answer, option D, difficulty of performance. Which of the following case is not covered by the concept of supervening impossibility? Answer, difficulty of performance. Next question. In which of the following circumstances a contract can be treated as a discharge under the concept of supervening impossibility? Option B, change in import policy. Option B, change in import policy. Next question. Under the Contract Act 1872, a person is said to be of sound mind for the purpose of making a contract if. Answer, he is capable of understanding the contract and forming a rational judgment as to its effect upon his interest. Under the Contract Act 1872, a person is said to be of sound mind for the purpose of making a contract if he is capable of understanding the contract and formulating a rational judgment as to its effect upon his interest. Option. A positive assertion in a manner not warranted by the information of a person making it, of that which is not true, though he believe it to be true, is said to be a. Answer, option B ആണ്, misrepresentation ആണ്. Option B, misrepresentation. Next question. A minor can be. Answer, an agent. A minor can be an agent. Answer, option A ആണ്. Next question. The consent is said to be free when. Option C, it is the result of coercion or undue influence or fraud or misrepresentation or mistake. A consent is said to be free when it is not result of coercion or undue influence or fraud or misrepresentation or mistake. Next question. 21st ചോദ്യമാണ്. Which of the following may employ an agent? Answer, option C, any person who is of the age of majority according to the law to which he is subject to and who is of sound mind. 22. Choose the incorrect statement. To constitute a wager, following element should be presented in the agreement. Uncertain event, each party must pay in a win or loss situation. Neither party should have any contract over the event. There should be a promise to pay money only. Answer is, there should be a promise to pay money only. Next question. The Indian Contract Act 1872 applies to the whole of the Indian including Jammu and Kashmir, whole of the India excluding Jammu and Kashmir, state notified by the government every year, northern and eastern Indian state. Answer, option B, all of the India excluding Jammu and Kashmir. Next question. A just-in person means a right against a specific person, the public at large, specific thing, none of these. Option A specific person. Next question, which of the following statement is true? Option A, an agreement enforceable by law is a contract. Option B, an agreement is an accepted proposal. Option C, both A and B. Option D, none of these. Answer, option C, both A and B. An agreement enforceable by law is a contract and an agreement is an accepted proposal. A contract is made where X agree with Y to discover a treasure by magic. X bids at the public auction. X take a seat in a public omnibus. X promise in writing to give rupees 500 to Y. Answer option C ആണ്. X take to sit in a public omnibus. Next question, right in rem implies. Right in rem implies a right available against the whole world, a right available against a particular individual, a right available against the government and answer option A ആണ്, the right available against the whole world. Next question, 28th question ആണ്. A void agreement is one which is option A valid but not enforceable. Enforceable at the option of both the parties. Option C, enforceable at the option of one party. Not enforceable in a court of law. Option D ആണ് answer. 29. In case of void agreement, collateral transactions are also void, unenforceable, not affected, illegal. Answer, not affected. Next, general offer can be accepted by any person, specific person, any person having notice of it, none of this. Option C, any person having notice of it. Option C, any person having notice of it. 31st question, which of the following does not constitute valid acceptance? Which of the following does not constitute valid acceptance? Answer, it has been presumed from silence of offering. It has been presumed from silence of offering. Which of the following is not the legal requirement of a valid offer? Which of the following is not the legal requirement of a valid offer? Answer option D ആണ്. It must be made to a specific person and not to public at large. Answer എന്താ? It must be made to a specific person and not to public at large. Next question. As a general rule, an agreement made without consideration is answer void. Next question, an agreement made with the free consent to which the consideration is lawful but inadequate is void, valid, voidable, unlawful. Answer, valid. Next, for the enforcement of a promise to pay a time-barred debt without consideration, which of the following condition is not required? It must be in writing. It must be definite and express. It must be signed by the promiser. It must be registered in court of law. Answer, option D. It must be registered in court of law. Next question. A contract is discharged by breach when a party to a contract. Answer, refuse to perform his promises, fail to perform his promises, disable himself from performing his part of the promise. ഈ മൂന്ന് ഉള്ള all of these above എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ആൻസർ. all of the above. Next question, which of the following is incorrect? The impossibility to perform a promise discharge the contract. A merger discharge the contract. An initial impossibility discharge the contract? All of the above. Answer: an initial impossibility discharges the contract. An initial impossibility discharges the contract. Next, the doctrine of impossibility of performance rendering a contract void is based on. A doctrine of impossibility of performance rendering a contract void is based on. Option A, commercial impossibility. Option B, a supervening impossibility. C, just and reasonable ground. Option D, an unjust enrichment. Option B ആണ് answer. Next question. Because of supervening event, the promisor is excused from the performance of the contract. This is known as answer. Option A ആണ് a doctrine of frustration. Next, which of the following is correct? A novation means making a new contract in the place of an older contract. An alteration means making a new contract in the place of an existing one. The performance of contract is not a method of discharge of contract. All of the above. Answer, first one ആണ്. A novation means making a new contract in place of an old contract. Next question. Dash indicate that the parties are not further bound under the contract. Dash indicate that the parties are not further bound under the contract. Answer, option D ആണ് discharge of contract. Next question. X contract to sell his scooter to Y for rupees 50,000 and Y agreed to pay on delivery. Both the parties perform their performance. This is called an actual performance of a contract. Option D, an actual performance of a contract. Next question. Assignment by the operation of law take place. Assignment by the operation of law take place by the mutual consent of parties, by the will of either party, when the subject matter of contract ceases to exist, by the death of a party to a contract. Answer, option D ആണ് by the death of a party to a contract. Next question. The original contract need not be performed if there is. The original contract need not be performed if there is rescission of contract, novation of contract, alteration of contract. Answer, all of the above. Next, rescission of a contract means the termination of contract, the renewal of a contract, alteration of a contract, substitution of new contract in the place of earlier one. Answer, option A, the termination of contract. When the parties mutually agree to change certain terms of contract, this is called, when the party mutually agree to change certain terms of contract, this is called an alteration of a contract. If a person accepts a lesser sum of money than what was contracted for in the discharge of the old debt, it is known as, answer, option B, a remission. 48. International relinquishment of a right under the contract is called. International relinquishment of a right under the contract is called a waiver. Next, where a party to contract transfer his right under the contract to another person, it is legally known as, where a party to contract transfer his right under the contract to another person, it is legally known as, answer, option D, assignment of a contract. Option D, assignment of a contract. Last question. Performance of a contract means fulfilling all the obligation by the promisee, fulfilling all the obligation by the promiser, performing all the promises and fulfilling all the obligation by all the parties. Option D, both A and B. Answer, performing all the promise and fulfilling all the obligation by all the parties. അപ്പോൾ ആദ്യത്തെ 203 ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ആണ് മൊത്തം ഉള്ളത്. അതിൽ ആദ്യത്തെ 50 എണ്ണമാണ് ഇപ്പം ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളത്. ഒരു 2 പ്രാവശ്യം നിങ്ങൾ കേട്ട് നോക്കുക. വായിച്ച് പഠിക്കുന്നതിനേക്കാൾ കൂടുതൽ നമുക്ക് ഓർമ്മയിൽ ഉണ്ടാകുന്നത് കേട്ട് പഠിക്കുന്നത് തന്നെയായിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു 3-4 തവണ നിങ്ങളിത് മൊത്തം ഈ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസിൽ കൂടെ ഒന്ന് കടന്നു പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ മൈൻഡിൽ അത് നിൽക്കും. ഓപ്ഷൻ കാണുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ നമുക്ക് ആൻസർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഈ 20 മാർക്ക് സ്കോർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും.